All right, let's talk about something that feels like it's on everyone's mind right now, starting your own AI business. It sounds exciting, right? But maybe a little intimidating? Well, today we're going to break down a proven roadmap, pulling straight from Andrew Maxwell's The AI Wealth Blueprint. This is a clear, step-by-step 6-month plan. So if you've ever thought, how do I turn all this AI hype into an actual business, you're in exactly the right place. Let's dive in. Okay, so here it is, the big question. Can you really launch an AI business in just 6 months, especially with zero coding experience? I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? And honestly, that's the thought that stops a lot of really smart people dead in their tracks. But what if it's not just possible? What if there's a clear path? Well, the answer is a huge, definitive yes. And here's why. Succeeding in AI today isn't just for the coding geniuses anymore. It's really about having the right strategy. It's about knowing how to use these incredible no-code tools that are literally at our fingertips. So what we're talking about here isn't just some vague idea. No, this is a structured, step-by-step plan that's designed to take you from day one all the way to being a business owner. So, here's the journey ahead. We'll kick things off with the big picture, the 6-month AI roadmap. Then we'll dive into phase 1, all about foundational skills. After that, phase 2, which is about getting real-world experience. Then the exciting part, phase 3, monetizing your work. And we'll wrap it all up with your launchpad to success. All right, let's get into it. Section 1, the 6-month AI roadmap. Think of this as the 30,000-foot view of your first 6 months. I love how simple this is. It's broken down into 3 core phases. For months 1 and 2, your job is to learn. Just soak it all in. Then, for months 3 and 4, you practice. You get your hands dirty. And finally, in months 5 and 6, you earn. Learn, practice, earn. See? It's a super clear progression that just makes sense. It builds on itself so you're gaining confidence every step of the way. Okay, let's dig into that first phase, foundational skills. This is what you'll be focused on for your first 2 months, forging your tools. And just to say it again, you won't be writing a single line of code here. It's all about a different kind of skill. And that different kind of skill starts right here with prompt engineering. This is, without a doubt, the most important skill you'll learn. Think of AI as this incredibly powerful, super smart intern. It can do amazing things, but it's also very literal. It does exactly what you tell it to do. Prompt engineering is simply the art of giving it perfect instructions. It's about learning how to ask in just the right way to get the amazing results you want. Honestly, this is the key that unlocks the whole thing. So in this first phase, you're going to focus on these 4 core skills. First, you'll master prompt engineering. Then you'll immediately put that to use building things like chatbots and even voice agents. And you'll be using these super user-friendly no-code platforms. Think tools like VoiceFlow. But then you move on to what the book calls a real game changer, workflow automation. Using something like Zapier, you can actually connect different apps to automate all those boring, repetitive tasks for businesses. And let me tell you, that service is incredibly valuable. All right, phase 2, real-world experience. We're calling this your first quest, and that's exactly what it is. For months 3 and 4, you've got one mission. Take the skills you just learned and put them to the test by solving real problems for real people. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Working for free? That sounds, well, wrong. But Maxwell makes a really powerful point here. This isn't just unpaid work. He says working with free clients early on is an investment in your skills, reputation, and portfolio. It's a trade. You're trading your time now for the assets you'll need to get paid clients later. And let's break down exactly what that investment gets you. I mean, look at this. First, you get to refine your skills in a low-stakes environment. No pressure. That, in turn, builds your confidence like nothing else. You're also building a real portfolio, proof you can do the work. And maybe most importantly, you're getting testimonials and referrals. That's the gold right there. That's what's going to launch your business. So where do these first clients come from? The plan keeps it simple. You start with your warm connections. Friends, family, former colleagues, people who already know you and trust you. Then you branch out. Jump into online communities on places like LinkedIn, Facebook groups, even Reddit. Find where small business owners are hanging out and start engaging. And that brings us to phase 3, the moment we've all been waiting for. Months 5 and 6, monetizing your work.
it's time to reap the rewards. You've learned the skills, you've practiced, you've got a portfolio with real results and testimonials to back it up. Now it's time to get paid. First things first, you've got to figure out how to price your services. There are basically two ways to go. You can start with hourly pricing. It's safe, it's simple, and it's a great place to start when you're a beginner. But the real money, the higher earning potential, is in project-based pricing. That's where you charge a fixed fee for the whole project. You're getting paid for the result, not just for your time. So, what's a realistic goal for that first paid project? How about $1,000? And look, that's not some crazy pie-in-the-sky number. Let's do the math. If you charge a pretty reasonable $50 an hour, that's just a 20-hour project. Totally doable. Hitting that first $1,000 milestone is huge. It proves this is real, it's viable, and it gives you all the momentum you need. And the plan doesn't just leave you there. It looks ahead. Once you're bringing in projects consistently, the next move is to scale up. And that might mean hiring developers to do some of the heavy lifting. That frees you up to focus on strategy and getting more clients. And you'd use something called cost-plus pricing, where you just add your markup to the developer's cost. It's a simple way to make sure you're always profitable as you grow. Okay, let's pull it all together. Let's recap this whole journey. This is your launchpad to success. When you boil it all down, it's this simple three-phase journey. For months 1 and 2, you learn the foundations. For months 3 and 4, you practice with free clients to build your portfolio. And for months 5 and 6, you earn with paid projects. Learn, practice, earn. That's it. That's the core of the entire roadmap. So there you have it. The roadmap is clear. The tools, they're more accessible than they have ever been in history. So really, it all comes down to this one question. The path is laid out right in front of you. What's your first step going to be?